That's about all. If you guys want, there will be next week. Where'd that thing go? There's going to be a Shocker XLS review Tuesday. Make sure to watch that Shocker XLS shooting video and final thoughts video. Does it shoot different? How different does it feel? I don't know. We're gonna find out. That's why you have to sit here waiting for Brad's video to finish the Shocker XLS review, or come back Monday and like paintball ruined my week. So yeah, you guys enjoy your night. I'm out. It's dinner.
All right. I guess it's dinner time for Brad. He headed up. So, guess we are. This thing is 4th. Yes, you are, Samuel Squirrel. Rusher, what's going on? Jason, how you doing? So, I don't like how they've changed up my internet. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Mr. Krabs, what's going on? Ben Sroka. Long time no see. It's been a while. I need some more people watching. Man, I got 5 thumbs up and 4 people watching. That's pretty good. What's the giveaway? I don't know. Definitely going to be giving away Super Fat Curtis. What's up? And Super Fat. I'm not saying Curtis is Super Fat. I'm saying Super Fat's one guy. Curtis is another guy. Jacob, Jose, what's going on? So anyway, the giveaway is going to be a beanie from Planet Eclipse. Probably some stickers, stuff like that. When I get 850 subscribers, when I get 900 subscribers, when I get 950 subscribers, I'll be giving stuff away. And then every once in a while, I'll just be giving away, like if I do a trivia contest or just say, hey, I'm going to give something away. It'll be stickers or something. But Planet Eclipse beanies, brand new, never worn. I don't have any around here. But yeah, so that's Clifford. All right, we're done with that. Let's move on, Clifford. No more talking about the game. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it just is old. Anyway, not gonna kick you out though. Sweet, says Samuel Squirrel. Vladimir, hello again. Clifford, where are you from again, buddy? I forgot where you're from. Hello again, Vladimir. So, let's talk about the DSR. Looks pretty. First of all, that's what I'll do. Who knows what this hat is from? Wisconsin, that's right. Mitchell, any insight on the OG Matrix guns? I don't. I don't know if I've ever held one. Amar Young has a question, but I don't know what it is yet. Cool. I can deal with that. Man, I got 19 people thumbs up, and I've only got 9 people watching. Wow. Or, yeah, 19 people. So, who knows what the hat is? My hair is big. So who? No, not Napa. So who thinks they know? It is Australia. What's up, Ty? Australian hat, probably rugby or something like that. Yes, it is. I think. Australian rugby since 1908, and it's the Wallabies. How did you know that, Curtis? How did you know the Wallabies? Baseball, no. Australia DMG, close. National Kangaroo Emu Breeding Foundation. That was my next guess. Jose says it was a question mark. No, Jose, it's not a question mark. It's the Wallabies. Were you able to read that, Curtis? Or did you just know that? That's pretty cool. You have a big TV and read it. Okay. I'm on TV! Ah! So, anyway, DSR stands for the dye paintball gun that we don't know what the name is. No, who said it? It was something to do with the bolt. Or Who was saying it? Getting a Vanquish tomorrow. Where are you getting the Vanquish, Tynaz? Anyway, the DSR looks pretty cool. Not the Arc Bolt. What DSR? Simple Reflex. Who cares? I do like the push button on the back. I do like that. You pull the bolt out really easily. I do like the battery in the front grip. I would kind of like to see instead of a 9-volt, the AA batteries. Oh, by the way, Houston beat Cincinnati 13-9, I believe. The nipple on the back, yes, the back nipple. It's not Dice Super Rail. Dice Spool. It's Jacob Moore is close. Dice Spool refinement. I don't know, something. I think it's going to be a pretty good marker. I don't love dye. I don't hate dye. It's just, I think they are a good product. I think they're a little bit overpriced in some, or were, especially back in the day. Dye was the company to get. You get aftermarket parts and it said dye on it. Like this would be like 12, 15 bucks. When I move back to Missouri, am I going to change your channel name? I'm not moving back to Missouri. I'm Jake from NorCal. But like if this said dye on it, instead of like 12 bucks, it would be like 20 bucks. So I do have a dye i5, and I love the dye i5. Fantastic goggles. They're expensive. They're 180 bucks. But it's good quality. Plus, it has a little deal that you can take the jewel off either side, and you could put the GoPro mount on there that comes with it. So it's probably about a $25 or $30 piece. So if you say, you can't go, oh, well, I'm going to buy it without that. But if you factor in that that's 25, 30 bucks, say you're paying 155, 150 bucks for the goggles. That's the same price as the Empire EVSs, which is my other choice for some amazing goggles. But these are still my favorite looking goggles of all time. I actually need to get the foam pieces here and actually start wearing these things again. I love these goggles. These things are awesome. I could do the whole show in the goggles. Possibly. Let's see. Mitchell Burt says, it looks great. Can everybody hear me? They could have made that nipple a little bit nicer looking and put a bezel around the screen. Yeah, they could have done some stuff, but that would have raised the cost. So, Jake is a new Bronco fan. If we're talking about Denver Broncos, no, I respect them, but I'm not a fan. If you're talking about the new Ford Bronco that should be coming out, yeah, I'm a huge fan of that. And Mr. Krebs won a giveaway from Dye and have been trying to sell that Evoke for months. Oh yeah, that's the system that communicates with the goggle and the marker. If you have an M2 with the Moss Air system or whatever, the Evoke system, they can communicate and all that kind of stuff. I don't really know what it does because I've never had an M2. But yeah, if you're wanting to sell it, send me an email with a price and everything. I might know some people though. Send me an email. To that email address right there, and in the subject line, put Jake from NorCal, Moss Air. So I'll be sure to see it. So Ben Soroka says, all I see on used markers is Tippmann spiders and axes, so are the axes worth any money? Probably 200, 250 bucks, depending on condition. Samuel Squirrel says, yeah, sound is fine, good. Vladimir, when am I going to buy a Lambo? Who says I haven't already? Clifford says, the OJ Special. Thank you so much. I will definitely help you out if I can, Mr. Krebs. Surfing says he'll take it on the cheap. Ben Sroka, LMAO. I love Jake doing this show and the E-Flexes. It sounds perfectly too. Well, that is good because this might be, like, from now on, like, I'm always going to do these videos in E-Flexes. But I probably won't. Anyway. Oh, here's that beanie I was, not the same one. There we go. So anyway, these are kind of dark, but yeah. I did like the unboxing. ProFlexes need to be made again. I had an EVS and hated it. They still make the ProFlex, but it's not the same thing. They just came out with a new one. I don't like them nearly as much. It's just, Ty Naz is planning on going to AFPL next year, trying to make the most of their events. Have I been to the AFPLS? Yes, I've been to a couple of them. I shoot photos at the ones that are held out here in Fairfield, California. They're really fun. The AFPL is the Almost Famous Paintball League. It's really worth the money. They also have the Red Zone, which is really cool. It's 3-man. They have a buzzer in the middle, and you just got to watch it. They've got some really good action. Just crazy. Let's see. Clifford says, never worn. Not sure. These goggles? Or the Evoke? Or wait, who was talking about that? I don't remember. Vladimir says they're going to put me on the terrorist watch list streaming like that. Who says they have not already done that? I've got a nickname when I go to the airport. They call me Random Bag Check. That's actually not my joke. That's Dave Attell. He told that joke, but it sure fits. Especially when I had the hair down to halfway down my back. Grew it out for Locks of Love for 3 years, and whew, that was hot. Ben Stroka says, there's a ref in my local indoor field that wears his beanies like that super high up. Curtis Robinson says, my Eclipse beanie shrunk and it pissed me off. Ha ha. I kind of like this. And when I talk, I'm going to go like this, like I'm almost like a puppet. And it's, yeah. Mitchell Burt says, yeah, they need the previous flex. And color, color, color. Samuel Squirrel says, AFPL is on YouTube. So good. I do like these, except for the elastic is pretty much, it's all out. So I need to get a new strap. Or I could just loosen it. There we go. And then I'd have to tighten it. Superfat says, got my hands on a Bob Long Signature Series autococker for $20. Wow, it's awesome, but none of the HPA tank threads fit. Any idea what would fit it? Huh. For $20, that's a heck of a deal. It's probably, the ASA might not be an original ASA. It could be, I don't know. I suggest you go and talk to a guy named Dan Bocci. That's what his last name is. Bocci Paintball, I think, is his website. But look up Daniel. I don't know if it's Dan or Daniel. But yeah, if anybody knows stuff about old school paintball, it's going to be Dan Bocci. I got to take these off. These have dust and stuff in them. So anyway, yeah, Dan Bocci will be somebody who definitely knows what can be done about that. So where'd you get that Bob Long Signature Series autococker for $20? Not a problem, Super Fat. I'm happy to help out. Oh, man. I'm out. I'm out of tea. That's not good. I start drinking water. Yeah. So who else back in school? Curtis Robinson says, do you and Brad from Paintball Ruin My Life ever play against each other? Who's the better player? Look, see this? I think the question has been answered. Brad, you still here? We have played at the same field. We have played on and against each other, but I don't think that we've ever gone up against each other. We've never done a 1v1. I would put every single penny I had on Brad beating me. Brad played D2 paintball. I've been playing for a long time, but I'm old. Got 2 compressed vertebrae in my back. Got COPD and asthma. Never played Dungeons and Dragons in my life. But yeah, I play pump most of the time. Brad will lay down a rope of paint and be like, whoa, I've seen Brad play. He acts like, oh, I'm not very good. I'm not very good. He's pretty freaking good. I've seen him get either a 4 or 5 pack in an event in Davis, I think. But yeah, he's a good player. Don't let him act like he's not. Ben Sroka says, yeah, I'm sadly back in school. They rarely watch these live streams anymore since they end at like 12:30 a.m. in Naja. Sorry about that. You need to push your state closer to California. Curtis needs video footage. He'd like to see it. He would shoot the heck out of Brad. Sorry, Brad, just kidding. Superfat says, I got it on Kijiji. I gotta check out what Kijiji is. I was actually buying a WGP Ranger for $20, and that seller had the autococker too, so I picked that up too. That's a heck of a deal. I mean, 20 bucks for a Ranger is a good deal. Brandon Hardy laughed. And Ty Naz says, anyone out of Oregon on here? I'm not from Oregon, but I've been to Oregon, and I used to play the Oregon Trail. Have I figured my Decay of Nations team yet? No, if I go, I'm 99% sure I'm going to be Una or UNA. Kijiji is like Craigslist. Kijiji is like Canadian. Huh. So you got like 20 Canadian dollars? I mean, that's like, that's worth Canadian dollars. No. Canadian economy is actually pretty strong. So any of you Canadians out there who think I'm making fun of you, oh, take off, you hoser. Hey? Yeah, because this is actually how Canadians talk. Oh, hey, this, anybody, like, I forgot where this was. Huh. Who knows what this is besides a keychain? You buy all your gear on LetGo. It's used gear. Surprisingly good deals. They're really good deals. Nope, Curtis Robinson, not drugs. This is not drugs. Clifford, would you rather be a in-the-paint player or shooter in today's NBA? Shooter. I'd much rather be a shooter. I don't want to bang around with dudes who are 7 feet, 300 pounds and knocking the crap out of you. Surfing paintball gear is way too expensive in Canada. I thought it was Canada. Isn't it Canada? Right? Yeah, Canada. Anyway, the shocker. I liked. Brad was talking about how he wasn't sure. Trade for maple syrup? Nah, I'm not a big maple syrup fan. It's okay on pancakes and waffles and cereal and toast and steak and butter and eggs and cheese and biscuits and butter and gravy. But other than that, it's not very good. But the XSL. Carl, I will get to what I think about the 1.5 LV 1.5 in a minute. Curtis is Canadian. He orders from Anus Gear, and it's stupid expensive in Canada. The Shocker XSL. If it's a little bit bigger, I'll probably like it. I hadn't gotten to see one yet. Hopefully I will. I like that it's a little bit bigger than the Shocker. The Shocker kind of felt more like a toy than a paintball gun sometimes just because it was so light, which a lot of people like. I just prefer something that you can hold on to. And you know that you have a paintball marker in your hand. But I think the XSL is going to be a successful marker. It's a solid marker. I did like Brad's unboxing. Showed pretty much what you need to know without shooting it. He was talking about like, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do these. I'm not sure about these. So I hope he does because I really liked it. Clifford says the XSL looks super slick visually, but I think the same in the DSR. I prefer the look of the Shocker. XLS, XSL, whatever it is. The Shocker. I prefer the look of it to the DSR. The DSR kind of reminds me just of a glance when I saw it, like an Axe Pro, which I like the Axe Pro, but it's not like, wow, that's a beautiful marker. I think the Shocker is pretty sleek. Carl Owens, what do I think about the LV 1.5? I like the looks of the LV 1.1 better. I'm not a big Pop-It fan, but I'm assuming that it's a really, really nice marker. I've never shot it. Planet Eclipse makes fantastic markers, but I'm just not a fan of Pop-Its. I don't see the need for making these 1.5s and stuff like that, other than to, of course, push sales and have people get new stuff. But I mean, I play with a CCMS 6 that's 10 years old, something like that. I also have a Carnivore autococker that I've only had for about 4 or 5 months, but it's 10 years old. I do have a CS1 that I just picked up last week, but I just got it to flip it, but it really shoots really well, and I might just keep it. Unless someone gives me $1,000, then I'll be like, okay, sold. Vladimir, hopefully that answered your question. I kind of rambled. Vladimir says Steelers, Ravens, Steelers practice squad, Bengals and Browns is the division ranking. Okay, so Steelers, then Ravens, then Steelers practice squad, then Bengals and Browns. Hey, but I'm kind of pulling for the Browns this year because Deshaun Kaiser, I'm a Notre Dame fan. I want to see him do well. So yeah. Servant said the grips look tiny on both the DSR and XSL, or LX, the Shocker, I'm just going to say. Yeah, some people were saying the front grip looked really big on the DSR. Curtis Robinson, most underrated markers in the past 5 years. I'm going to say the JT Impulse is the most underrated marker almost ever, because I'm not saying that because it's worth the $1,000 that the map price was whenever it came out. It's not worth that. But it's worth way more than the $400 it was selling for brand new. But the reason it's not, that it's not still made and that it's sold for so poorly is because it said JT on it. People look at JT and they're like, oh, that's a beginner gun. And they're like, wow, why is this $1,000? Hyundai, whatever you want to say. They made cheap cars for a long time. Now they make good quality cars. They didn't all of a sudden go from a $10,000, $12,000 car to a $50,000, $60,000 car. They went $10,000 or $8,000, $10,000, $12,000, $14,000, $16,000, $20,000, $24,000, $30,000, $50,000. With the Genesis, I think it's like about $50,000 or $60,000. So you got to go and build that brand. JT did not do that. If they had made it the Empire Impulse, I firmly believe it'd still be selling today for about $700. Well, maybe not today, but it would have sold and sold well for $700, $800 as opposed to the $1,100 that it was brought out at. Superfast says Defy seems underrated. See, I don't know because I've never shot one. I don't even know if I don't think I've ever held one other than like their cheap plastic ones. So Ben says the DSR front grip looks too fat. Then Brad told me they copied the Ether 2 battery design. I found out just how sneaky Dye is trying to be. Still, DSR front grip too fat from the photos. I don't think that's them trying to be sneaky. There's just very few places you can put a battery on a paintball marker. You can put it in the grip. You can put it in the front grip. Some of them, like the Angel, you can put in the back. But, I mean, those batteries suck. But now with put a 9 volt, how many places can you put a 9 volt? Not really many other than 2. Clifford, so think of this. Make tournament fields in a circle. Start wherever you want on your field, on your half's border out the gate. I'd try it. That's a pretty cool idea. The only thing is, if you make it a circle, then you waste a lot of space on the corners that could be utilized for playing. So I'm sure most fields wouldn't allow that. But I really like that. I've actually thought, okay, instead of, I mean, having different shaped fields, not like an hourglass or anything, but like a diamond, and they start in the corners instead of starting just face-to-face right there. Have them start in the corners, have them start at the 50s. Just change it up. I think that'd be pretty cool. And you flip a coin. Every time you flip a coin before the game starts, this team gets to pick which way they want to play if they win. So, all right, heads or tails, flip a coin. Instead of just saying, okay, we're going to start this side or that side, go, okay, which layout, which starting position? Do you want to start in the corner? Do you want to start at the end? Do you want to start in the middle? So, Vladimir says, the DSR looks weird to me, and I don't like it. It looks like a glitter bomb. Lol. Yeah. It looks like an Axe Pro kind of to me. Carl Owens, Bob Long Insight and Onslaught, very underrated. I think they're both fantastic markers. I loved my Bob Long Victus, which was an Insight with different milling. I think it's the most beautiful paintball marker ever made. But I don't think they're underrated. I think they are both underrated and overrated. The people who don't like them or had bad experiences say they're the worst markers ever. The people who like them and had good experiences say they're the greatest markers ever, and it's somewhere in between. They can be kind of finicky, mainly because the user has to know what in the world they're doing. You have to lube them, especially the Insight, the Onslaught, the spool valve markers from Bob Long. The Poppets, the G6R and stuff like that, not nearly as much. But you do have to do some maintenance, and there are some issues with engineering designs that I don't agree with, but I'm not an engineer, so maybe my idea would be a lot worse. But I loved my Bob Long Victus. Best shooting gun until I got this CS1. But that Victus was made like in 2012 or 13, something like that. So, I mean, it's 3, 4, 5 years old. And this CS1 is like a year and a half old, or 2 years. Circular fields, says Ben Sroka, sound really interesting. I definitely back the idea. And Clifford agrees, saying, I am in haha. Or were you telling us you're located in haha? Where is that? Was haha, Wisconsin? Ben Sroka says, I'm sorry, I was reading a tweet or a message a friend of mine sent me. Use AA batteries as a bolt. Bobby has got to go. Have fun. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you go. Yes, please. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff. Clifford, true. I'm saying you can break your teams up all along that side. Yeah. So, I have this here. So, say this is your team. I just happen to have this. That's awesome. So, there's the field, and that's the 50. And say you've got 5 on 5. One team goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they've got their 5 right there. This team can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they've got their 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have it any way you like. So, I mean, you could have 2 guys, like right there when it starts. Ready? Go. Boom. Shoot each other. That'd be pretty cool. Paper plate paintball. Well, there they go. Okay. That was my good paper plate, too. PPP. Yes. We are all in for that. Yeah, if you do, go to that link right there that Bobby set up. That is the direct link to Ballistic Ben's NorCal paintball store in Vacaville, California. Woo! Look at that. It's a good looking marker. I like it. What's your favorite color of those? I like the black, and I like the die cam. Those would probably be my 2 choices if I was going to get one. But yeah, go to that link right there. You can order yours, and as soon as they come out, they'll be shipped directly to your door. Or hut, if you have a hut. The Triple P. Camo is slick. Yes, camo is slick. Okay, so my buddy Rob, he's a sports writer. And he sent a tweet about this paintball or this football field in Texas, where he's a sports writer right outside of Houston. And these stadiums there are like college stadiums for high school, like awesome turf. They're just amazing, freaking millions of dollars spent on these stadiums. And they hold 10, 20, 30,000 people sometimes. So he goes down and he has a picture of this field. He's like, hey, glad I'm going to be going to this field for the first time. And I was like, hey, it reminds me of Carruthersville, which Carruthersville is this tiny little town in southeast Missouri that the field, and I'm not making fun of them, it got wiped out by a tornado, and you couldn't tell because the field was just like a practice field. It's just not a rich school district. So I said that, and I didn't delete the people that he had tagged in his tweet, and I just responded to him, hey. And so, yeah, I don't know Twitter very well. So he's like, I bet your tweet about Carruthersville was totally relatable to Porter and Tompkins, which are the 2 schools that he was covering. Thank God you kept them tagged in your reply. So that's how I roll with Twitter. That's why I don't tweet much at all. So anyway, anybody have anything else to talk about? Because if not, I'm going to go ahead and take off because I think there's another football game that's on or it's about to come on. And There's only 9 people here. I'm not discounting you 9, but if you all mention your name, then the next time I draw, I will give each of you 5. Everybody who's here right now, after I say go, which I just did, type your name, and I will give you 5 bonus entries, each of you, into this. So Jason, Mike G, Ben Sroka, Stephen Evers, Jacob Moore, Samuel Squirrel, Ivan, you, that's not your name, Shrub, come on, Carl Owens. Anybody else? Let me see, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? That's 9. Jose C, that's 10. Clifford, the real CP3, Chris Paul. All right. So I'm going to end it right. Okay, Christian. I'll get you that. There. All right, now stop. All of y'all, I'm going to put you on the list. 5 bonus entries into the next giveaway. Or I might just do that for the beanie giveaway. That's what I'll probably do. Instead of giving y'all just 5 entries to like stickers, I'm going to save that for the beanie giveaway. So remember, tell everybody to like, subscribe, share, all that kind of crap. Because as soon as I get 850, giving a beanie away, then 900 giving a beanie away, 1,000 or 950 beanie away, 1,000, hopefully something even better. Anyway, I appreciate it, guys, but I am tired. Talk to y'all later. Go play paintball.